Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. If you have not yet had an opportunity to listen to our prior presentation, episode 668, entitled State Raises Objections to Defense's Trial Exhibits, please do so because it relates directly to this presentation. On May 28th, 2025, the defense filed Defendant's Notice of Compliance, and this has to do with trial exhibits. It states as follows: comes now Brian C. Koberger by and through his attorneys of record, and hereby submits to the court his notice that the defense submitted a log of objections to the state's exhibits to the state on May 13th, 2025, after meeting with them on May 8th, 2025. At the May 8th meeting, the defense verbally identified which exhibits would be used for the guilt phase and the penalty phase. If I could interject here, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, I believe the defense is pushing back, if you will, or attempting to correct the record relative to the state's filings, which were identified in episode 668. The state has alleged words to the effect that the defense failed to specify which trial exhibits they intended to introduce at the guilt or the case in chief phase of these proceedings versus the penalty phase, if there is one, in the event of a conviction. And here we see the defense stating that they verbally identified which exhibits would relate to the guilt versus the penalty phase. This document continues by stating the joint log spreadsheet of the state's objections and the defense's objections to exhibits was submitted by the state to the court on May 14th, 2025, pursuant to the court's unredacted sealed order governing further criminal proceedings and notice of trial setting, filed October 9th, 2024, dated this 28th day of May, signed Ann C. Taylor on behalf of the defense. With respect to the October 9th, 2024 order, I have referred to it as the pretrial and trial order because, number one, it sets forth the date of voir dire, which is jury selection, which is to occur commencing July 30th, 2025, per that October 9th, 2024 order, leading up to the bifurcated trial setting, which is scheduled to commence on August 11th and run through November 7th, 2025, inclusive of penalty phase, if necessary, is how the court put it, if necessary. The penalty phase, again, becomes necessary only in the event of a conviction. Then we go to page 3 of this October 9th, 2024 order, and you will see there that the parties were court ordered to submit the joint log spreadsheet containing the state's and the defense's objections to each other's proposed exhibits. And finally, if you are watching the future trial of this matter, which the court had said would be broadcast, and you see an exhibit in the courtroom with a red sticker, you will know that that is a State of Idaho exhibit. If you see an exhibit with a blue sticker on it, you will know immediately that that is a defense exhibit. Those colors were designated by this October 9th, 2024 order. This will now conclude this episode of the Indie Zone. Thank you for joining us today.